What's going on, everybody? I'm Aaliyah Michelle.
And I'm Purple, and this is Cocktails and Convo
with Purple
and Lee.
Alright, so
wait, can we talk about how we don't have all black on? So I had, just to let y'all know, y'all see my black t-shirt, I had some black shorts, right? Lee pulled up with gray on.
I have on a black hair wrap, if that matters. But
we gonna do all black. I guess we can do something. We gonna try next episode? We can do something black this
something
episode.
black, okay.
So you got the wrap, I got the shirt.
Okay.
Alright. And then, of course, our jewelry, Purple Precious Pieces. So I have a bracelet on, little linky, little joint. I always wear these. These are kind of like my go-tos. And then I have these earrings on.
I just threw on a ring because I already kind of mismatched.
Yeah, you be all over the place with your jewelry.
But I put on the ring today.
All right, so as you guys can see, we have a guest. Want to tell the people who you are?
My name is Pretty Slim. On Instagram, my name is Shanice.
Tell them what you do. Why are you so goofy? She's so goofy.
I'm an artist and a hairstylist from Philly.
And she said it's just a goofy personality.
Yeah,
She's so
sorry.
bubbly. That's why I wanted her to come on, because I like her energy.
All right, so we going to jump right in. You want to go first, Lee? You want me to
go? I'll go first.
All right.
Well, no, you can go first.
All right, so just to let you guys know, this episode is about colorism. And it stemmed from a post that Tammy Rivera made, talking about how, you know, dark-skinned girls, she was talking about women in general. We're going to talk about people in general, but I think it happens a lot with females. But how dark-skinned girls have been bullied, she used the word bullied, by light-skinned females, and then vice versa. She's talking about how, because she's super fair-skinned, but she was talking about, you know, I'm still black, and a lot of people don't, you know, talk to me or treat me like I'm black, like I'm a black woman, but she is. So, we're going to touch on some of those topics. Me and Leah's dark-skinned, you see a little light bright right
I got a tan.
You got a tan today. It's summertime, that's why.
I got a little brown.
You probably pale. Kinda. But you're still on the lighter side compared to us, compared to a lot of other black people. So we just want to talk about that. Differentiation. Is that a word? Did I say it right?
You can almost.
We're gonna work with it. So first question is, how do you feel about the light skin, dark skin thing when it comes to women?
I don't agree with us being compared. Reason why I have a sister, well, I'm the lightest one. It's 4 of us, and I'm the light one. And growing up, I found my little sister comparing herself to me because of my complexion, and I guess the way other people were drawn. I don't know,
Look at
you know what I mean.
sisters
So I had to
and
set
stuff.
that straight. And then as growing up as sisters, you see men comparing us. I had an incident in a barbershop. We worked at a barbershop with someone that we knew, and this guy was like, "Oh, you're so pretty, dude," and I'm like, "Thank you." And he's like, "You got a sister?" And my friend was like, "Yeah, she got a sister, and she looked better than her. She dark skinned too, like that." And like, you can have your preference,
right?
But I don't agree with comparing us by something that we have no control over. She's not a better woman, or I'm not a better woman, or we are not any less than each other because of our complexion. I don't tolerate it at all. I get real snappy.
As you should.
You know what I mean? Like, because we're all black women, and we just have different shades. And so, you know, I don't have a problem with some people. You rather a light-skinned, dark-skinned guy or girl, whatever like that, but don't say that this person is better.
Right.
They're not better than me or better than her because, you know, like that. But I don't like it.
Lee, how you feel about the narrative, light skin, dark skin?
Yeah, I don't like it either. I'm just like you said, you can have your preference. If you prefer light skin, you prefer light skin.
Yeah.
That doesn't make me bad or like I'm a fucking rotten apple or something that you just gonna throw to the side. Like, and I hate when people say, "Oh, you're pretty for a dark skin girl."
Yeah, I
like,
think that's
what the
so
fuck does
ignorant.
that mean? Right?
Yeah, it's like you're an exception.
Yeah.
To like
to all the other dark skinned girls that's not pretty.
Exactly.
Like,
or how about this? You know, all my life, what you mixed with? Are you mixed? And I'm like, why I can't just, my mom and dad is black. I don't gotta go into all of what else is in us.
Yeah, heritage.
The majority is I'm black. Like, that's it. But yeah, that's what they do. Or they like treat you some type of way. Like, so I heard you saying that, you know, you got mistreated because you were darker. believe it or not, like some light skinned girls too. Like the guys would be like, oh, I know people already, you know, be on your heads and I'm not about to gas you up. Or light skinned girls already get treated better, so they'll be mean to me and be nicer to you just because they're assuming that I already treat you get treated this way. And it's like, no, actually, people are mean.
Yeah, like I was saying, when growing up, I remember, and I talk about this all the time, like, I wouldn't say I'm, like, there's definitely people darker than me, but I'm dark, and I used to hate how dark my skin was when I was younger, because it seemed like back when I was like middle school, high school, dark skin wasn't it. Like, it was all about the light skinned girls. Like, the light skinned girls were prettier, they had better hair, like all of that. So it was just like, I hate it now. I'm just shopping.
Yeah.
But, and I used to have a preference on men too. I mentioned this in another episode. I used to love light skinned men. And I don't even know why.
No.
Now looking
like,
back.
You ain't cuter than me.
Now looking back, I don't even know why. Like, I like the light skinned men.
Because your perception of what was
was like everybody else's. Where like lighter skin meant you were more attractive.
Yeah,
right.
And it's not true. So.
Well, do you recall any time where you were treated unfairly and you knew it was because of what you looked like?
Yeah.
It's
a lot. But this one time, maybe last summer, I love this place called Iron Hill Brewery.
Okay.
Like, I just love
this one downtown now.
Yeah, that's the one I went to.
Okay.
And I went in like Delaware, but then I found one downtown. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get this crab cake. Like, I was just hyped. I go to the bar so that the service is quick. And this guy, well, the lady, it was predominantly white, and the girl was cool serving me this and there. But when her shift switched, and then this other guy had to do it, he was complete. I mean, I remember him looking at me and was just irritated. Like, he instantly was just irritated, and he served everybody else. And I literally had to like yell, like, I'm ready to go for my check, like, because he would not come my way at all. Like, he would go around me to everyone else, and I'm like, okay, like, I get it. It's clear, but the sooner you check me out, the faster I can get out your face. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, wow, it's really like bold, and like wouldn't touch. You know what I mean? Like, it was, you know, like, don't want to, like, when you passing me with the check and everything. It was disgusting.
No. Wow,
that's crazy.
But I kept my composure. It's lucky these two nice white men were next to me, because and I almost felt myself, like, without thinking, about to mistreat or like, don't want to be bothered by anyone else who looked like him because of how he was treating me. But you have to look at people for who they are. And like, these people around me were nice, and they was looking like, what's taking them so long to cash you out? And I'm like, y'all know. Like, I don't look like you. But yeah, it made me uncomfortable. I was upset, and I was like, I'm never going there again, and I haven't.
You haven't? Because of that experience?
Yes.
I don't like that either, though, because I've been places where I'll give you the money in your hand, and then
we talk about that.
Oh yeah, I don't like that at all.
We talk about
like
that.
The highest disrespect. Like, no.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Mainly because I don't like picking up change. Like,
no, believe it or not, I think that a lot of them don't even really understand that it's rude until you like
bring it to their attention.
They're so used to someone not checking them. So when they're like, "What are you mad for?" and it's like, it's disrespectful. I handed it to you. You can hand it back to me.
Yeah, and they wonder why the money's still sitting there, because I'm not picking it up. Like, I put it in your hand, you're going to put it in my hand. Like, we'll be here all day.
Yeah, this can be a teaching moment.
So I feel like when it comes to, like, the way I've been treated because of how I look, and I mentioned, like, you know, my hair and at work, I definitely, like, it's not even, like, a thought. I definitely get treated different when I wear my natural hair versus when I wear, like, a weave or a wig. Like, completely different. Even, like, the way people speak to me, it's just, everything is different. Now, granted, like, my natural hair is short, but either way, like, if I, you know, keep it tamed and it's groomed, it doesn't look bad. But, first of all, like I said, it's short, so a lot of people think I'm a guy. Like,
No, you don't look like
yes, a lot of people think and I'll have, like, lip stuff on and earrings and all of that, and I'll just be like, Like it happens so often. It got to the point like I don't even correct people no more. It's just be like, okay, whatever. If you're not somebody that's gonna be around me on a regular basis and you want to think I'm a boy, then whatever. But yeah, like when I wear my wigs, it's just like complete. People are more friendly and all of that. I get more compliments, and it's just like I'm the same person no matter how my hair looks. So it's like, why when it's more like when it's longer or it's straight, I get, you know, treated a certain way, but when it's, you know, nappy and picked out or whatever, I don't like. It's like I'm not even a person.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a time where like I feel like I got treated differently because of the way I look.
It's a shame now anyway because our natural hair is more accepted these days. Like, because literally everything seems to be accepted now. You know what I mean? Even the stuff that I feel like shouldn't be. Except, you know what I mean? So it's like, why are y'all still acting crazy over what somebody chooses to look like?
Yeah. Especially at work, like, as long as I'm doing my work, it shouldn't even matter.
Right.
I wouldn't say it shouldn't matter. Like, I can't come to work and like,
not like nothing crazy.
Yeah, I think presentable is fine. You know what I mean? If the protocol is no wild colors, okay. But if my hair is braided because it's summer, as long as you don't want it in my face, fine. I can pull it back. But don't tell me that I can't have my hair braided. Don't tell me I can't wear my hair out, whatever it looks like when it's out. You know what I mean? Like, they don't believe that this is discrimination. It's like, well, what if someone said, your hair is unacceptable?
Right.
It's too straight.
It's too thin.
It's no character.
What?
It doesn't move.
Can you think of a time where, like, you was treated differently because of the way you look?
Mm-hmm. All right, so I remember, I think might have been in maybe like first grade, and it was supposed to be like a mixed Montessori class, so it was like a bunch of different ethnicities in the class. But this lady, I felt like she purposely was like grading my tests wrong, and I didn't pay attention to it at first. I'm like, all right, maybe I did, because I always used to rush to get done so I could go get on the computer and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, maybe I did get something wrong. And I went back one day and I'm like, I looked at my test and I looked at another girl's test. Of course, she was white. I'm like, we had the same exact answers. So we took another test after that, and she did the same exact thing. But it wouldn't be like something drastic. It'll be like, I got a 93 and this person got 100. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, shit, if I had the same...
Yeah, why I got 93?
Yeah, so I brought it to her attention. I'm like, well, you know, she got this and I got this, which is the same thing, and you marked mine wrong. And she was like, oh, I couldn't understand it because your handwriting was sloppy. So I said, okay, but you did this on this test. And I showed her the other one. And she was just looking, she was just like, well, maybe you should write meter or something. She said that was smart. So I'm like, okay. So I started writing slow as I don't know. I swear on this last test, I took my time. Like, I was just writing like...
Very legible.
Very legible.
Back like you called her on it, so she's not going to do it again.
No, she did. But this time she thought I was going to compare it to this person's test. I didn't compare it to hers. I compared it to somebody else's, and I had the same exact answers. So at that point, I brought my mom up there.
Right.
Because I'm just like,
wait, what grade was you in?
I had to be in like first grade. That was the last time I remember having like a white teacher in first grade.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And I brought my mom up there, and I told her, listen, I said, I don't know what's going on, but I said, mind you, at this time, I'm a straight A student. Like, I was getting straight A's all throughout first grade, and every other class, I was getting A's, and it's the only class where I was getting A's, but I was getting less points than I was supposed to get. Yeah. Even, like, it would be to the point where I had, like,
it was like a low
question.
A.
Yeah, and I'm just like, why couldn't I get 100% like this person got 100%? And she just, like, had, like, an attitude, you could tell, because she was like, this time, you know, you can't be in grown folks' business. So they had my mom there.
They was having a conversation.
I'm just like, me and my mom already knew what it was.
Right.
Yeah.
And she knew what it was too, but she didn't grade my work wrong every day. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, of course not. You broke my
I was a vicious. I'm telling my mama be up here.
So one of the things that, you know, is big right now is all of the police brutality and everything going on with the war on race is what I call it. But racism or racial issues, however you want to word it, is up close and personal now. Like, I feel like we've always, as Black people, have always experienced some kind of racism, even if it was like underlining low-key racism. But when it comes to like your encounters with the police, have you ever had any like disturbing or challenging encounters with the police? And if so, no? Yeah, me neither.
It was actually...
Or you know anybody who has?
I can't say that. I don't know. And I have had encounters with the police, and I just look at it like it was the grace of God, because they were all going out their way to be nice. So it was weird because it's like you're scared, like, oh my god, and they're like, what are you doing here? You know, they being nice and giving me extra stuff. It's like my situation, God set it up where, you know, it wasn't
it didn't turn out bad.
Yeah, I had no mercy.
Yeah.
So.
Same with me. I haven't really had any bad encounters with police officers. Like it's been pretty regular. I have had other people tell me about encounters they've had with police officers, and I just be like, who is these cops and where are they? Because I never encountered them. Like, cops rarely bother me. I will tell you this. About 2 weeks ago, I got pulled over coming out of work. I was on my bike and I ain't have a tag. So I like pulled out of my job and the cops pulled me over. And my supervisor, who is an older white lady, she is like the sweetest lady in the world. She's behind me and she saw that I got pulled over and she like pulled behind the cops and got her car like, you okay? And I was like, yeah. She's like, all right, I'm gonna stay right here. Let me know if you need me.
Thank you.
Like, and she literally stayed there until they left. And I was like, dang, like this is what we are like living in, where like I know a lot of people, and I won't say a lot of people, but I have seen some, and it's mostly females, say like if they're, you know, driving and they see somebody pulled over, definitely if it's a black man, that they'll pull over too. Like
I do slow down
just to be there.
Watching. And I pray, because like if I'm not gonna pull over all the time, but you know what I mean, I'm like, oh, can you just please don't let this be that.
Yeah.
But no, recently I was away in Miami and we were about to race this other car, but I think the other car saw the cop because he slammed too hard down his brakes when we were about to cut over and go, but when he went to go over, the cop like flew past, so it was like, whoa, good thing we did.
Yeah.
But so now Chrissy slowed down and we tried to like cut, you know, you cut off, you
go another way. We gonna take those detours.
But he followed us.
The cop?
Yeah. And then like we got far and it was like whoop. I'm like, it felt like Queen and Slim. Have y'all seen that?
Yes.
We in a drop top. And we were drinking. It was like all bad. I'm like, we about to get, oh my God.
And you out of town.
Out of town. Yeah. So I automatically grabbed everything, things whatever like that. But what made me like feel what's going on right now was how the cop like was afraid to approach the car. And it was like how they be saying, oh, they were scared, stuff like that. Like, no, don't really approach us like that. Like, he stayed behind. Like, so we had to look back. He's talking to us, though. We like...
He's not in front of y'all.
No, like he's like staying behind the car. Like, this is the car. This is the back of the car. And he's like this. And he's looking up. He's like, you know, can you give me... So he's asking, like, is it okay if I reach? And I didn't allow him to reach for nothing. I was pulling everything out. No, because he's not about to reach for something that you asked for. Right. And then you already walked up acting scared. You know what I mean? And then he called another cop, which was a woman. And I guess because I was a girl, I think she must have been able to feel like the tension. And so she was like making jokes and trying to liven it up. And I was grateful for that because she looked like she wasn't about to be on. You know what I mean? If he would have been acting weird, I could tell she was going to intervene. Yeah. But it was weird. I was like, see, I know this is exactly how it goes down. And it was like, dang, for us to like literally be put in a position like that, like while everything is going on, like we for sure probably wasn't even supposed to be in Miami yet. You know what I mean? And it's like all this is going on, and then we get pulled over.
Yeah, what you doing?
Absolutely not. No, and it messed his night up. He's like, like he probably wanted to go back, and I was like, no, let this ruin our night. Like it's fine, nothing happened. Right. We were covered, we were safe, and he didn't act crazy. Cool. They was like, have a good time, just slow down a little bit. So, but it was definitely like you don't know what's gonna happen because they so trigger happy. Yeah. Because what are you scared of? You scared of what we look like?
Yeah, that's a shame. That's messed up.
Because I feel like in a lot of instances with the like things that have happened with police, like excuse me. Please say his name. The guy from Atlanta that recently
was hung.
What's his name?
The one that was hung or the one that was...
No. Wait,
hung. In the back?
Yeah, the one that was shot in the back.
I don't know.
Ahmaud Arbery?
No. Rashad.
Oh, okay. The one from Wendy's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What is his name? I'm mad because I can't think of his name.
I know. I don't want to get up in my phone. So.
I don't, like, we're recording.
I know it's Rashad, though.
Yeah, okay. I know it's Rashad. You gonna look it up? Please look it up. No, I need
Where do I look
his
it
name.
You should say his name.
But, I know with certain situations, like you said, there's no reason to be scared. Like, if anything, especially if we're in the wrong.
Yeah,
You
we're
have the
afraid.
weapon.
We're scared.
Yeah, like, what are you scared of?
Yeah, he did not.
Rayshard Brooks.
Rayshard Brooks. Okay.
He was approaching stupid stuff.
So yeah, I know in certain situations, like you said, you the one with the weapon. Not only do you have a gun, but you got taser, you got the nightstick, you loaded.
All I
so
got is my keys. Like I'm at this point. So
it's really
I
no
wasn't letting
reason
him
for
go
you
down,
to
though.
be
If he would have did something to him, it would have been off the movie.
right.
Because no, you know what I mean? Just because because you went in a tax or something like that, it's just not fair.
Right.
Like, I think, like, if something has to happen, because in some instances, like, yeah, the person is wrong, but it's like, y'all go too far. If you have to arrest someone, arrest them. If they run and you gotta, tackle them, that's different. Or, you know what I mean? If something outrageous calls for you to do something just to calm them down so that you can arrest them, that's part of the job. Okay, we get that because they wrong. But beating people and kneeling on them on their necks and slamming women down and shooting them when they clearly don't have it, like, that's nutty.
Yeah.
It's
Do
way
you
too far.
feel like there's like people, well, not people, that police automatically assume you're doing something wrong when they encounter you?
But me personally?
Well, people in general.
I don't think I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I only had that feeling one time, but the cop wasn't like being a dick. I know I was in the wrong because I was speeding.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go to the bathroom really, really bad, and I was like driving really fast. And he pulled me up and like, "Do you know how fast you were going?" I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "What's wrong?" I said, "I have to go to the bathroom." He's like, "How far?" I said, "I'm like 15 minutes from my house. 15 minutes. You can follow me." I started telling him like I really had to pee. He's like, "Go ahead, just go ahead, be safe."
Yo, the pee thing worked. The pee
No.
thing
I really had to
all
go to
the
the
time.
bathroom so bad.
Literally, every time I got pulled over, I was flying. They're like, "Yo, you in a work zone," and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm
Not in a work zone.
I'm like, he's like, "You're going 90 to work," and I'm like, "I was using my GPS, I don't know where I'm going." He's like, "Just slow down, let's go." And someone else, I was like, "I don't know where I'm going." He's like, "You ain't stopping at no stop signs. You ain't using the turn signal." I was like, I don't know where I'm going. I'm trying to go to my boyfriend's house. By the grace of God, I never got a ticket. Like, I always be like,
What?
please don't give me no ticket, please. I'll be yelling out the window, please don't be mean to me. They come back, "You have a nice night, young lady. You lucky, your boyfriend's a lucky man."
It's plenty of times I drove when I wasn't supposed to. I think my registration was expired, and I got pulled over. Mind you, it's snowing, so I'm just trying to hurry to go home. He pulled me over. He like, "Your registration expired." I said, "Did it?" I'm like,
That's how it was when I got pulled over. When I got pulled over from my bike and I didn't have a plate, I act like I thought. He's like, "You don't got a plate?" I said, "It's what?" I said, "Look. This is what I did. Listen, my supervisor pulled behind me. I'm like, "Yo, did you see my plate in the parking lot?"
She with it. No, I ain't see it.
She was like, "No, you want me to go back and look? We can go back and look." And I was like, "Hold on, just hold on." Like,
oh my gosh.
I didn't have a plate.
You do gotta act dumb, like.
Listen.
What? He said there. Luckily, I had money on my car, and he sat there and showed me how to renew my registration. Like I didn't know. I'm like, all right, thank God for this $40.
Right.
Yes.
See, I feel like because we're females, we can kind of get away with the play dumb thing a little bit. Sometimes,
you can't
depending
be too
on the
mouthy.
cop.
You can't be too mouthy.
You gotta be
automatically get irked. Like.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. What else are we talking about?
So with everything going on right now with all the marches and people donating to the bailout funds and stuff, what kinds of actions, if any, have you taken to raise awareness or take a stand against police brutality?
Is it bad?
Well, listen, it's okay because there's a protest on Saturday.
I'm not going to go personally because I definitely am for it all. But when it gets violent and things like that, I don't want to be involved because I've been watching how it turns up too quick for me. People are getting trampled and hurt and things like that, and I'm not. It doesn't mean that I'm not still for it. The same cause. We all do it differently. Everybody, their way of dealing with things are different, and that's not my way personally.
So, what is your way?
I can speak out. I can do something. I can use my art. I can pull people together and do things.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Which I've seen.
There are other ways to do, and you know what I mean. I have to my paintings are pro-black anyway.
Yes, they are.
So
and they are.
one time someone asked me, why don't you paint? You should paint other races of women because you're a woman and you'll connect to other women. I'm like, I'm not trying to connect to other women. I'm like, I am a black woman and I'm trying to relate to, I want other black women and little black girls to know that they have someone who sees them. You know, I can't relate. The only thing that I can relate to with another woman of a different race is that we're women.
Right.
But no, I am a black woman, and this is what I relate to, and this is my lane, and it's not going to be for everybody, and it's okay. It doesn't mean that I'm anti-white or anti-anything else, but this is who I am, and I'm going to push that. So I'm like, all you do is paint black women. I'm a black woman.
Right.
I don't want to paint a black man or whatever. Y'all want me to paint me? Like, I can do what I want to do. This is my art.
Definitely.
But yeah. So I feel like I can use my art to do stuff like that. But as you know, you're an artist. Like, you gotta be in a place and take your time and let things fester, and you put it together so it comes out the way you want it. Right. So, I mean, I know people are waiting, but it's on my time.
Hey, listen, no rush. We not rushing.
Yeah,
nothing.
I'm like real emotional. I'll be like, wait, this is too much.
It's gonna come out looking like a stick figure if you don't leave me alone.
I'm gonna just throw something.
Right. If your child or a child you know in your family came to you and asked about what was going on in the world, what would you say?
I would be honest and explain to them what's going on. I think I would urge them to ask more specific questions so that I can guide them. Like, I'm not a really like a broad person. You ask me something and I can break things down, you know. So like I have nieces and nephews, and if they were to say like, why can't we go outside, or why is this, or why are the cops, you know what I mean, then I'm going to be honest with them, no matter how old they are. They're smart and they get it. I just think it's a shame that we used to be able to say, if you're in danger or something's the matter, you call 911, but I don't want to tell my kids to call 911 anymore. Yeah.
So now what do you tell them?
Call home.
That's crazy.
Call daddy, call mommy, call uncle, like, you know what I mean? Like, get away. I don't know. I'm not telling them to call the police. I'm not gonna do that. Not raising young black boys. I'm not.
Yeah, that's true. And that's crazy because I remember as a child, like 911 was
right. You call 911.
You got lost. You call 911.
They
somebody
would be there with you.
That's what you call 911. 911 was like the go-to now. Like 911 is the last number you want to call.
911 and they start questioning you.
Yeah,
like, I'm calling you because they violate me.
I'm trying to get help.
Right.
You questioning me.
All these questions.
Yeah,
they
like I'm
ask way too many questions. Like, dog, are you coming or not?
Exactly.
I could have handled this myself.
You got the detective.
I could have handled this myself.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on you.
Sitting here like 50 Cent.
Yeah, they don't rush to come.
Yeah, they don't rush to come.
No, especially if someone's been shot or it's violence, they take forever.
And that's a shame that they do that.
Yeah.
So our last and final question, but in pertaining to colorism, if you could give any advice or encouragement to the child version of yourself, what would you say?
I think I would say what my mom used to say to me: like, people are gonna not like you, and it's not gonna have anything to do with you. So you need to be strong and be okay with that. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to prove that you're worthy of someone liking you or whatever. Like, it is what it is. This is what you look like. This is who you are. And like, some people are gonna like it and some won't. But you can't fold just because everybody doesn't like you or because people are mean to you. Next.
Right.
So I would say the same thing. Yeah.
That's a hashtag I use. Oh, next.
When I see kids with me, I'm like, you don't have to be his friend. It's fine. Right. It's all right. You don't have to be mean like him either. But he's being mean. You don't have to be his friend.
Right.
Bye. Go play with your other friends. You don't have to be mean to him.
That's true.
Lee, what would you say to your younger self?
I would say don't be so sensitive. When I was younger, I was very, very sensitive.
Really?
Every little thing.
That cancer, man.
I know.
That cancer, that's real.
Every little thing would hurt my feelings.
My mom a Pisces.
So upset.
She's a crybaby.
But I would just say, the right people are going to like you for the right reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody who doesn't like you for any reason, then you don't have to be around them.
Right.
So just pay more attention to the people that, because it's not like I didn't have friends, but I wanted, at some point in my life, for some reason, I wanted to be so popular. Then once I got to like middle and high school,
give me all the friends.
I don't really want to be like friends with a bunch of people.
Right.
But like, I wish that I had the mindset now that I had when I was younger. That's like, I wouldn't say F everybody, but it was just like, you're going to find out who your friends are.
If it's F you, it's F you. If it's F me, it's F you too.
But I feel like even if you could go back like that, I think it would still be the same way. Like, literally, even white kids, you know what I mean? Like, that's just a stage that you go through and that you have to learn on your own. Our parents aren't with us in school.
Right.
So, it's like, you throw us in the water and you learn how to swim. And, you come home and get a little bit
dry
of
off,
what you
get
need,
a towel, and go back in there.
Put some knowledge on you, go back to school and you use what they gave you to see what work. And, like, and you grow, and if you have the right guidance at home to be, okay, nope, go back that way. Or, help you, well, does your leg go up? You be all right, go ahead back out there.
Yep.
And, you know what I mean? And then as you grow, you start to find yourself, and then you don't need certain things anymore.
Right.
And it's okay. But if you don't have that, then it's harder. So, I mean, I think if we look at ourselves now, I think we did pretty well.
Yeah, I think so too. I would tell my younger self that I'm beautiful. I was I hate the world. But no, in real life, like when I was younger, I was bullied. Like, and that's why like the Tammy post like kind of touched me, because I was bullied not only because I was dark skinned, because I was tall and lanky. Like,
I was bony too.
Listen, I always tell people I look like an 8-year-old boy when I was younger. I'm dead serious. And depending on what I wear now, I still do. But like I wouldn't say I had low self-esteem because I thought I was pretty, but I had a problem with the fact that nobody else seemed to think I was pretty, or the people that I wanted to think I was pretty didn't. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's what I would tell myself. Like, you pretty girl, don't worry about what these people say.
Yeah.
But I think that's it.
He wanted to be like you so bad, he don't pay you no money.
Right.
Yeah. Like, but see, with me, it was boys wouldn't like me, and then girls made fun of me because, like, I had girlfriends who had boobs and butts and all of that, and I was just looking like a little boy.
And see, I grew boobs at an early age.
When you was like
I
6.
had boobs, everybody just thought I was just like this promiscuous person. I was like, that ain't even me. Like,
honey, I was late with everything.
Listen, like, what?
And I was a goody two shoes. And I came from Virginia. I was country and skinny and the shortest one in the class.
And light skin.
And light skin. And they was at me like not all nice neither. They was like, where you from? Why you talk like that? Why you gotta follow all the rules? I was like, dang, like you can't. I ain't wanna like
everything I do is wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
And they pulling your hair. And you like, why do you keep pulling my hair? They're like, cause he like you. Because you like me. You
that ain't what
you
do.
That's weird because little boys still do that.
They really do.
I'm gonna teach them. That's not how you tell a girl you like her.
Right.
You be nicer. Go pick her some flowers out the grass. What you mean? But yeah.
Like the whole
yeah.
The roots and all.
Yes. I'm like, she will love it.
Roots and all.
You don't hit her.
Yeah, don't put your hands on the female.
All right, y'all. So that's it for this episode.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you so much for sitting with us and having some cocktails and combo. This wasn't even a cocktail. This was wine, y'all. But it was good. Y'all see.
I finished my
Y'all see it. Y'all see it. Because most of the time in most episodes, I be like, and Lee be like, lately, last couple episodes, she made it now, drinking. Now, we did go a month without drinking, so she might be trying to catch up.
Yeah.
But, so, like always, guys, make sure you follow us on Instagram's Cocktails and Combo with 2 S's. You got, when we say Cocktails and Combo, you got to put up the 2's, okay? So, Instagram, Cocktails and Combo with 2 S's. Facebook, Cocktails and Combo with 2 S's. And YouTube, Cocktails and Combo with 2 S's. Make sure you guys subscribe and watch all of our past episodes if you have not.
And make sure y'all follow Pretty Slim. Check out her artwork. And she's also a hairstylist. And she also sells banana pudding from time to time. Make sure y'all check that out.
Still give us y'all suggestions.
Drink suggestions too.
Especially for June. If there's any topics that you want us to go over when it comes to Blackout June, please send us those. We do have our past episodes that we recorded. We're going to get back to them in July. But until then, see you guys next time.